Okay, this is Wednesday. BCA-155. Week 6, can you believe it? Today we talked about websites. We talked about website development, different types, different elements. We didn't cover everything, but we did have a pretty good discussion concerning websites, what they are, and how we can create them. We did a little bit of work with HTML. I don't know how far, but I'm going to make some videos. Okay, we will have some video. I'll get it released in the next few days that will help you with the HTML. We're already using that Zola document network. I think I got that right. And we did a little bit with links today. We did quite a bit of discussion on domain names. Okay, I need to get one for the class. And we just started cascading style sheets. So the items we did cover in class. Development, we talked about HTML, cascading style sheets, and the students looked up JavaScript to see what that was. And then in a minute here we'll talk about hosting, a place to put your website. We talked about there's lots of free products. They can have ads, possibly. Some people have sites that will help you design a site for free, but they promote certain products and so forth. What we're going to use is WordPress, and in the next unit you do a little bit of work preparing for WordPress, and we're going to make a WordPress site on Wednesday next week. This will be separate from this site we've been doing in class. So we're actually going to be working on two at the same time. And we did mention, well, you can just hire somebody to do your website. And so what we did, WebWise Solutions. Okay, that's Adam Frederick, Kevin Petty, and I think Tim Leary, I think. But those three guys, I believe their office is in the Brick and Tile building, but they're local. But they do work all over, I assume, the world, but I don't know how big they are. So they just started the business up a few years ago right here in Mason City. Let's take a look at the next page. So we talked about this idea you can develop your own, find a place to host it, some web server running Apache, that's what we're running here on campus. You can get a domain name, we're going to go through that, and I talked a little bit about I have a place connected to the internet where I host michaeldirksen.com, and that's connected into the internet. I pay them about $80 a year, and then I have some costs for my domain names. Okay? Less than $100 a year, probably. Alright, so we didn't list everything, but we talked about people that has a product, people are selling specifically, people have a blog, websites just to hold images or share pictures, and so, and we didn't even mention all the sites just for social media. We mentioned a little bit. We listened to or watched Matt Cutts from Google, how search works for Google, and we talked a little bit about the spiders, and we talked a little bit about the dark net. I call it dark net. That's maybe not the best term to use, but websites that are not accessible to the general public. And they could be used for illegal things. I'm not saying that, but we talked a little bit about that later on, actually. So we said we have a variety of types, and this can really vary, you know, how you perceive a website. And then we just talked a little bit about key elements. We didn't list everything. Most of them talk about about us, who the business is about, links that work efficiently. Can you navigate the website? Is it efficient? I mean, is it easy to move through if it has layers, you know, separate pages, to go to separate pages? Is it easy to navigate through and work your way back to pages and so forth? Some key elements, most of them have some type of images, they have information, they have the content, the main content you might want, and then there could be other things. It could be ads and okay. It's really important to understand when we say types and elements, it all really has a lot to do with what is the purpose of the site, what are you trying to accomplish. If you just want people to read your blogs, you can do a blog. We talked about search in Google, and you can watch that by Matt. I'll write his name on here. This was in, I think it's just C-U-T-T-S. Not sure on the spelling, but this was in the outline. You know, if you did the outline work, you should have watched that video. Okay, but it talks about Google as an index where it stores information. When you search the web, you're really searching Google's index of the web. All right, we finished up the day working on some HTML. That is it.